we've been talking a lot about, like the business cycles, right? Real time, always on versus, things like the upfronts and pre-buying and stuff. I mean, you guys have a platform that constantly listens to television all around the world, right? So tell me a little bit about how that core attribute of being real time is actually being translated into something actionable by the advertising stakeholders.
Yeah, so how our platform works is we have our own global monitoring platform where we actually analyze the actual broadcast video for TV advertisements as they air on television. So how it works is as soon as we identify an advertisement, and that within a few seconds, we send a trigger to the agency's bidding and ad placement platform. And these platforms then go out and buy in real time digital inventory on social, mobile, or online. Yeah? And as a result, only a couple of seconds after the TV advertisement started on television, a consumer sees a TV synced advertisement or a targeted version of that advertisement on a digital screen.
Can you talk about some of the performance lifts as a result on that digital media that's bought as a response to a TV run?
Sure. So we did. Let's say we started kind of this summer with these kind of TV sync projects, and in one of the projects that we did on Facebook, we saw up to a 60% lift in user engagement, and in this case, user engagement was the click-through on TV synced ads on Facebook.
And are you so on the buy side of the digital that is sequenced off of the television lead? Is that automated?
That's totally automated.
Totally automated.
Yeah. So.
And what are the typical? What are the sort of what's the range of spends allocated towards that?
So what we see today is a typical spend between 50 and 100K.
Per spot that runs, or
no,
for a period of time?
Per campaign, yeah.
Per campaign.
So, yeah.
And what's the average duration on a campaign?
On a campaign, it's 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah.
And are you seeing, like, what are the frequency caps typically on the digital buy side?
What we see is we send out, let's say, triggers every time we see an advertisement, and it's up to, let's say, the DSP and the agency to kind of set those caps. So that's not necessarily what we see as a signal providers.
Got it.
So that's kind of outside our realm.
Got it. Okay. And what are you hearing back from your DSP and your programmatic partners about the performance they're seeing? The outcomes?
They really like it. So basically the offering of having TV synced advertisement or expanding TV into digital and basically leverage the reach and emotion of TV and the transparency and the actionability of digital. That's kind of a value prop people really like. And what we see now is it's all about gathering data, getting, let's say, real use cases that show that actual value add. So I just talked about the 60% lift. That's kind of what we need in order to educate the market further, because people need to see actual proof of these new technologies, because it's, we think we talk about the future, but people that are kind of less involved, for them is, it seems like light years away.
Right.
So explaining it in a simple way, including real life data, that's kind of the next step that we and also the industry needs to take in order to move this forward.
Okay, and do you have any insight as to sort of from the addressable perspective, like when we talk about that cross-platform environment, if we're using TV as the lead trigger, what's the unique identifier? Are we carrying one, or is it still a little bit of kind of, again, the net versus the line?
Yeah, that's still kind of an open discussion. So one of the discussions that we are having is with Ad ID.
Yep.
So that could be a very logical place to be this unique identifier for the industry, but we're not there yet.
Got it. Okay. So Brian, I wanted to ask you, because I know that you've been partnering with Civolution, et cetera. I mean, where are we? Is it really going to be a big sort of ta-da moment when we have like a mobile unique ID? We sort of have one for television. Like, is the purest sense of addressability really meaningful, and is it going to be a change point for the industry?
To answer your question, yes. I think addressability is extremely valuable, and I think when you do have that aha moment, when you look at combining mobile and the experience of that, because we all know how our lives work, right? We have generally a mobile phone or something near us, depending where it is while we're watching TV, and as marketers, if we can take advantage of that relationship between broadcast and the mobile device and tailor our messaging, and again, understand how that messaging should be delivered differently both on a mobile device and on a broadcast device, and then come back with relevant results, that is definitely an aha moment.
Right. And